I'm Madison, and today I'm going to share with you the best kept secret in hearing aids. Frankly, this shouldn't be a secret at all though, but I think that a lot of practitioners kind of brush over it, or maybe patients forget about it. So here is your wake-up call. There is a filter in the end of your hearing aid where the sound comes out, and when that filter gets clogged with wax or debris, you're not going to hear very well. You might think that your hearing aid is just not functioning well, or even that it is dead. We get these phone calls all the time. People bring in the hearing aid, we change the filter, and send them on their way. So this could save you a trip to see your practitioner, and I recommend that people do this once a month. Mark your calendar for the first of the month, change it regardless of whether you think it needs it or not, and if you do produce a lot of wax, then you may need to do it even more often than this. It's pretty easy, simple. Let me show you what I mean. Many people have these behind the ear hearing aids today rather than the custom ones, although the filters do change very similarly. The first thing you need to do is actually take off this earbud on the end where the sound goes into the ear. This is what gets really clogged with wax. So I love alcohol wipes. You can get 200 for a couple bucks at the pharmacy. So I definitely recommend to all my patients that they clean the end that goes in their ear with an alcohol wipe regularly. You can really rub it and make sure to get out anything that has gotten clogged down in that end. So here is the most important part. This is the deep clean, okay? Are you ready? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna pull off this rubber tip. A lot of times I'll wrap my alcohol wipe around it and get my nail underneath it. People think this is really delicate. It's not, okay? I'm gonna scrape it off with my fingernail at the base, and I pulled that earbud right off of that speaker, okay? Now you don't have to use the alcohol wipe, it just keeps my fingers clean. So there's my earbud, I'm gonna set it aside. So most brands of hearing aids have some type of filter that come with them. This happens to be a Starkey, and we use Hear Clears. So this little pack opens like this. We've got a few sticks in here. I'm gonna pull one out. Now, you do have to have pretty good vision and dexterity to do this. So sometimes a family member might need to help. You have a yellow side and a white side on that stick. I'm gonna take the yellow side and I'm gonna put it directly in the center of that white tip on the hearing aid. I'm gonna give it a good firm push, okay? It's stuck in there. Now I'm gonna pull it straight out, and you see how I pulled out that filter? I'm gonna turn it over. I've got a new fresh filter on the end, and I'm gonna do the same thing. I'm gonna go straight in, firm, straight out, and now I've got a new filter on the end. A lot of times I'll give it a little pat to make sure it's in all the way. Now here is what, funnily enough, seems to be the trickiest part, putting that earbud back on. So if you look inside it, it's got a little kind of tunnel that we want to match up. I kind of start it at an angle and I push it on really firmly, really firm. Don't be afraid of hurting the hearing aid. And then I'll give it a counter pull to make sure it's not going to come off, because we don't want it to come off in somebody's ear. That's it. I suggest that people change that earbud once a month. Just mark your calendar for the first of the month. And if you ever feel like your hearing aid is not loud enough, it's softer on one side, or if it even seems like it is dead as a doornail, and you don't know why, change the filter before you even pick up the phone to call, because 99% of the time that's what we do. We just change that filter. So that's it.